Alright, welcome to my day 81 progression guide. So for today, no level increase. Most likely we're not going to get another one until next Saturday. I believe it's going to be like on an 8-day cycle, but don't quote me on that. So starting out, you want to go to your artificial island. You want to go to build, and then you want to hit claim, because remember, you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. I also wanted to give you a warning since we're towards the end of the week. Don't forget to kill your enemies because they're going to reset Monday. On top of that, since we're at the end of the week, make sure you go into the exchange store and you buy your weekly items. And the month is also ending, so you want to also buy those monthly items as well. Then you want to make sure you do your Mia's Kitchen and you do your bounties for this week. But again, I recommend just doing a Vera. Vitality, starting with joint operations. So for today, we got access to Bracer's chest and a Shiro matrix. And we also have access to pants, gloves, a king, and a crow matrix. So these dungeons are pretty good, but again, I'm just going to go for weapon materials so I never have to do them again. Which brings us to Interstellar Exploration. Now remember, you got to check Aspera and you got to check Vera. And we're looking for level 3 or level 2 Stargate. And how you know if it's a level 3 is if this weapon battery category has 3, and if it has 2, it's going to be a level 2 Stargate. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you can always do dimensional trials, or you can do space-time domains if you need money. But one thing to consider, trying to get max omnium beacons is not a bad move. It does help you get experience really fast once you try to get that level increase. And the next one is 75, so I might try to go and collect some omnium beacons at least until I max it out. Then we have our optionals for today, and that is where you can give gifts to your 1.0 characters. But to do that, you go to the black market, and then you can go to Cetus Island and do the claw machine and knock out your 2 trainings for today, bringing us to our non-optional content, and that would be the fun zones. You want to make sure you knock out your 6 fun zones for today so that way you can get those Gachapon rolls. And if you need help with that, I have a fun zone guide on my channel. But on top of that, you want to make sure you knock out your 6 Greyspace fishers for today. And I made a guide talking about everything you need to know to prepare for the Greyspace, so be sure to check it out, especially if you've been having some trouble. Then we got our events, the Gachapon event still going on. Again, waste of money, don't do it. And we have the Mirroria Tour, to where you can try to get 1500 points every day. At the very least, if you just do it 3 times, you're guaranteed to get 1500 points. So make sure you do that because you want to get 9,000 points to clear out the shop. And the last thing that I wanted to point your attention to is to make sure you knock out the survey. I actually messed up and didn't fill out this survey, and I was like 5 minutes off from finishing it before it went away. But this gives you free dark crystals, so I'm giving you the warning now. Just take a few minutes, fill it out, and let them know how you're enjoying the game. But if you enjoy these daily guides, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way they can spread to more people on YouTube. Then we have the weekly tab. You want to make sure you're doing enough things down here so that way you can get everything up top, which brings us to our challenges. Now, if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to use your Mia's Kitchen so that way you can power yourself up. But just remember to do those before the day is over. So starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So again, I recommend that you look at these weapon bonuses, and if you have a good weapon bonus, you might want to climb a few floors. But after that, I recommend that you do the sequential Phantasm because this will be the thing that really determines what your rank is going to be the week. So you want to try to get the highest score possible. And since it is Saturday, I recommend that you at least try to do some of this today. Frontier Clash. Now we got our extra attempt today, so I recommend that you go ahead and knock that out because next week you could get a bad resist and it might be hard to find a team. So it's better to go ahead and just knock it out this weekend. Wormhole, we got another 5 days to go ahead and knock this out, and it looks like we have vote vulnerability again. So I'm able to bring my vote team in and easily clear this thing. And the blessing rooms this time are not that great, so I just recommend getting crit, attack, and your main damage attack raids. Now if you haven't already finished the heroic zenith mode, make sure you do that, and you want to do that battle test area before the week is up. Void Rift, if this is a first time boss for you, go ahead and knock it out. Apex League, the season is ending, so if you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we got our daily buys, so you want to go to shop, hot, and then buy your 2 vitality solutions. Now this is only if you can afford it, which brings us to the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. So I recommend that you buy your Vera special gifts, your advancement module, and your booster module, and you can consider getting your potent omnium crystal. But if you're a free to play / low spender, you could pass, but I do recommend that you try to get enough to at least get 8.3. But besides that, with your golden crystal dust, you can buy boots. If you have a good pair of boots, then you can buy hand guards. If you have a good pair of hand guards, then you can buy whatever else you want. Space time store, pretty much you're just spending all of your fragments to buy combat engines. Crew store, now the only thing you want to spend your points on are relic shards, and the relics that I recommend are either space time rift or omnium shield. So I'm going to be spending all of my points on this. Support store. Now you want to make sure you buy your 3 joint supply chips for the week, and if you can, I recommend that you try to get the proof of purchase in the Gold Nucleus. And if you need help on how to get that, take a look at my return support point guide. And the point store. Now pretty much the only thing you want to buy are Sparrow special gifts, so that way you never do trainings, black market, and see this island again. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this, and if so, make sure you check out my Greyspace preparation guide. But other than that, talk to you guys later.